One further thing, yeah, this is going to link straight with the video where, yeah, I was filling this up, but the one thing I am going to say is massive apologies. I was mucking around with the settings for the video and I really ramped them totally the other way, where the settings were so awful that they're terrible. Every bit of movement is so low quality, so apologies. This is done at a much better. I'm trying to tweak my settings to get the best, but yeah, there is a limit when it's that awful. But obviously I've done it. Yeah, the session of me doing this field here is very low quality, so I do apologise. It's 4K still, but it's like done with terrible, yeah, very low quality 4K, so it really does look worse than if it wasn't 4K, whereas this is proper 4K. Right, we're going to speed up time, because what we've got to do this time is take this through probably till tea time. We're going to literally sort of put this in and we're going to go through the entire day using all of the silage that we've got. And then tomorrow morning, then we're going to speed time up, go through to August and do the oats. And of course we've got lots and lots of, yeah, is there anything in the, yeah, there is, but, right, let's take that till 12, and then we'll go and get some more. Right, I'm very, very pleased with our progress. Yes, I really am. 29,642. Got plenty silage to put in there. He says, have I? Is that the last? No, I think there's. No, actually, there might be. It was 2 loads. If it is anything, it'll be like 4 or 5 tons. Yeah, it really was very, very. Yeah, I'd forgotten. We normally had about 3.5. Oh, we have still got 41 tons. Right, okay, smashing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stick this in and we're going to speed time up. There's no point in us because it will process 75 tons overnight. So there's absolutely no point in us speeding the time up. It will just speed the episode up if we're going to grab that. Yeah, we will. We're going to pick that up as well. It's annoying me. I keep seeing that in editing being rolled over. I should show you what I did off camera a few sessions ago when I rolled it over last time. He says it is amazing when off camera how you can do something quite difficult, and then when you're on camera it's also amazing how sometimes things don't go to plan. Right, let's let that go. Let's try and do it with the Massey. Yeah, the one thing I was saying in the missing episode was actually about this Massey, was the fact that obviously the case and this were very similar in price and very similar. The case was slightly more powerful, very slightly more powerful. I think that's the front there. It is. But this is a better steerer. The case was really not very horrible. So in one way I have done better. Yeah, I do love the Massey for that. Right, I'm going to need to zoom out for this so you're not going to see it. Oh, okay. Well, that was nice and easy. Oh, well, you see, sometimes on camera things do work nicely, so yeah, that was an absolute beaut. Right, so job's a good one. That was the easiest I've ever had on anything flipping over for me without any effort. Excellent. Do love it when a plan comes together. Right, so we do need to speed up time to actually get that in. Yeah, we've got full sub. We have, right. Okay, so let's speed that up to get rid of this 20 tons. I would say 2 o'clock should do it, and then we're literally going to let the hopper go overnight. But we do need to get this all in, definitely. Should say now, should do. Then, there we go. Smash it. Right, let's let that go. And we are going to go to sleep in our house. Yeah, so at least you now know. Well, I've got the time-lapsed. I've time-lapsed the missing thing, so you've not got to put up with a horrible sound. But let's just have a look, actually. I was going to say. Ooh. I'd love that. It said, haven't we, about us missing things. That's beautiful. I love a scorpion. Actually, yeah, no, it's a scorpion. I was going to say Scorpio. It's a scorpion. Unfortunately, we haven't quite got enough. I would love it, I really would, but yeah. Yeah, there'll be others, or we'll buy one or something. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be. I don't want to get us into debt. I'm trying to be careful. This is hard economy. Make one wrong move and you can be seriously in a mess. Oh wow, what a fantastic kick up. I mean, oh wow, is that not amazing? I'd love that, I really would. We'd have 10 grand left. Now then, have we reset the store deliveries? We have now. I think we did anyway, I'm sure we did. I really would like that. Is it that important though, right now? We have got the front loader. That can tide us over for a while. It really can. We've got, yeah, I think we'll manage what we've got. If anything, the Luxon would be more of the... Unfortunately, though, it is a bit what I was saying. It's a little bit on the low side. So I'd sooner save up for future sales. 3 tractors is enough. It will get us going. Right. Now then. Yeah. Before we start this... No, actually, let's start it. I hate that. It makes me look so indecisive. Right. Let's not done a course for the yet, have we? Yeah. Field position 22. Open. And 3 headlands. 1. I think that's actually spot on. Ooh, perfect. Just a couple of in the middle. So 22. Oh. We have done. Oh. Okay. Clear current course. I did not realise we'd done 22 for a load. Activate. Okay. Go. Smashing. Excellent. Right, let's get cracking. Let's get that going. And August, we also need to be getting things planted. So what are we planting? We've got canola we can do, and we've got wheat and barley next month, so it is only canola, if I remember rightly, if I'm beginning to remember things. I'm just trying to think how we did no, unless I created that course by mistake for the wrong field, because we haven't done a harvest on it, we've only done planting. Yeah, this is our first crop, so I must have created it by mistake. Must have done. Right. Now then, let us get, now which is true, which one are we doing canola with? I think the bigger butts. I do actually. We don't want any fertiliser this time. I'm trying to learn my lesson. We just want seeds. Now, did I have... I think I did. I think I remember saying something like, I hope I remember that we've got seeds in the silo. Sure, I said something similar to that. Yeah. Yes, I think I did. Did definitely say that. No, we don't need you opening. We don't want any fertiliser. Not this time. We want to learn our lessons. Seeds 2,219, so that's 2 or 3 of those. Right, so canola. Now this time we've got to recreate this field because I put this extra... Oh, that reminds me. Whilst I remember, let's just do that little bit of extra there where you can see it's a slightly light brown colour. That is what we need to do for the painting to make that, I think, 1 like that. Very careful. And then we should, going forwards, if we need to bring the... I mean, to be honest, I was thinking about this after I'd said what I said about, obviously, doing this. Obviously, if we get a front loader and a bucket, we're not really going to need to worry about this, really, because we can just grab a bucket load and stick it straight in. But, you know, it's done now. Right, anyway, so 25B, and we need to create a new course. Field position there. Ah, it has done the little circle. It's gone around. That's better. It has actually taken the new kick in. So headlands, we want 3. Do need another one of these, definitely. But also we need a planter as well for what we are trying to do. So 3. Yeah, 3. Any more than that, and that's good. Oh, I don't know. Let's try 4, because we might get rid of those little sidelines. Yes, I'm happy with that. That's not bad. Right, and so save. 25B, save, activate, 5.3 meters. And first waypoint, go. Let's just check that I am right. Don't always trust myself. It always does you good to check. Yeah, it is just canola. Well, unless poplars or grass or oilseed radish, alfalfa or clover, which I'm not used to seeing. Yeah, I've got to learn more about the alfalfa and the clover and that, to be honest. I mean, I've seen it done. I've seen Mr. CLP do it on one a long, long time ago, but yeah. And then have you got any fuel? Yeah, plenty. Something needs repairing, though. Right, let's go and see how the... Yeah, let's grab you. Let's go and see... Smash it. Yes, that was what I was going to say. So I'm going to stay out of the way and let that carry on, because there's plenty to do. This here, I'm going to take... Obviously, I'm going to leave a bit near the red barn, so that say it up to about here, and then we're going to take half of this. Still want it to have plenty because it's the edge of the map and it does do weird things, but we can at least claim back to the same point on the other field. We can use that as a point of reference because it works and it's got turnaround space. So if we do it from here, which is about just on the edge of this door, we can literally carve out. Do you know something? We'll do that now. That is actually true. We could definitely. We're going to time lapse it. I don't know. I am quite happy not to time-lapse everything. I don't think you should always time-lapse everything. But yeah, I suppose it is a bit repetitive. That's what on my golden sort of rule of thumb is. So, allow create fields. Tick. Now then, yes, first thing we want to do is come out enough so that we've got like turnaround space. I would say... There, I'd like to make a little bit of a... Take a tiny corner of this off as well. Nope, it's unfold. Is that enough? I don't want to leave. Yeah, it is, definitely. Ah, we do not own that then? We do, but it's not letting us actually extend, which that's a little bit odd. Oh. Well, I've never known that before in a map where you to own land and... Let me just check. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Will not allow us to go any further than that. Wow. Just see all along. Let's make sure. To me that is... Well, so we can go 1 plough's width. Wow, I have never known that on a map before. That's definitely very strange. Map that you, land that you own, and well, I wish I'd not done that little plough's width now, because that's even worse. Well, we can rectify this. Well, there you go. We did try. We did definitely try. It's annoying. Well, that's right. Thoughts me a bit. I've never known that before. Okay, well, there you go. Sometimes plans are made to be broken. Right, smash it. Let's put that back there. Well, that was a bit of a shocker. I don't understand why, when this field goes in far more than that, but we can do that and we can't do it on that one. That really is a bit of a shocker. It's not the end of the world. I hope it lets us build things on it, because that would be at least a silver lining. Right. Now that we know this isn't going to unload itself, for some reason it doesn't like this trailer, so knowing that is the case, we will unload it. Can I catch catch up with it. It's going to know that that was there, and by the time I get around it's actually going to be filled, and it's going to be looking, and it's going to probably charge off down to where this was, because that's the way Courseplay works. It does a scan of the fields to find out where the trailer is, and I'm not going to reach it till it's already decided it's going to go. So it's a bit of a shame. Take over. It's going to do something weird like whoa, that's apologies. Definitely. Oh yeah, it's got something sticking out at the end. You've got to be careful of these things. Smashing. I think we're going to get quite a bit out of this, to be honest. Now I'm not sure if we're going to keep 24 tons of this and sell the extra, so that we do this for 2 years. That way we don't need to do the oats every single year. But again, also this is good. Well, I'm wondering whether I should split it in two, or whether we should just keep those two as a split and this as a big. I'm not sure. Not convinced. Not going to do canola though. Yeah. So we're going to do wheat or barley. Going to do a big field of barley and a little field of wheat this year. Or we're going to potatoes. Yeah, I want the field on that side to be potatoes. That's what I'm thinking. Wow, that is a massive chunk of. Right, okay, let's let that go. We are going to move this to the side of the field, and we're going to grab some straw, and this I am going to go into a time-lapse for. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of straw on this, I was right about that. So, I am going to say my words. This is going to be a bit of a monster, because, yeah, I'm going to do this all in one session, and it is quite a large field. It is. So, I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. out of the time lapse a little bit, because I don't know if you can notice, but I'm covering the dark bits and it's not quite right. So yeah, something else that's not quite right about the harrow. I'm giving a nice overlap, but it's missing bits, and all are on and all are down, including the things. So there's still not something quite right about this. It's not quite doing what it should be doing. Yeah, it's missing entire sections. Like, it's almost like the one on the right isn't working right. It's almost like it's only doing 8 meters, the one on the left and the one in the middle. It's like the right one, although it's on and you can see it's on, it's not actually doing anything. It's, yeah, very strange. You can overlap the others, but it's, yeah, it's not really right, which is a shame. Yeah, it is free, but it's not actually working as it actually should do, which that is a real shame. Right, let's drop that. Unless, of course, it looks different on the actual fertilisation map, but I can't see that, not truthfully. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't. That's nitrogen. It's got exactly the same. It is exactly as it appears to be, which that is a real shame. It is. I don't know what to say. It is, as I said, it really summed it up a long time ago. Right, yeah, that's missing quite a lot because I sent it where I'd already half done things. So that's why it's gone a long time without filling. So it needs a bit of repair. Yeah, so it's not as it should be. It's which is a shame. As I said a long time ago, you know, good mods that do what they say on the tin. That doesn't mean to say, well, I suppose it does in a way. It's not working as it should do. I'm not saying it's a bad mod, but it isn't finished, not properly, which is a shame. Because as I stick to my guns and say, as the Looney Farm Sim guy also said, in fact, yeah, he said it first. I did think that myself a long time ago. I never said it out loud, but yeah, when I first saw it, I thought, wow, what an absolutely fantastic idea. I did think it was a bit of a game changer, which it would have been if it had been done properly. It's not quite working as it should. Yeah, it definitely got bits missing. There's no denying the fact that I was doing an overlap and it was not doing what it should have done. So that's a real crying shame. Because it really does mean that in a way we've invested in a bit of kit that isn't doing what it should do, which then means you have got to go back to normal fertilisation methods, or you're going to be missing bits. Trouble is, I'm sure on the other side, or the other field, I'm wondering if mods do crash sometimes. I don't want to wipe anything out and say, oh, it's a load of old rubbish, when it could. Mods do crash a little. I'd like to not burn it on the very first time that we try to do that, because I'm sure we've done this before and it's been perfect on the... mind you, we've never done an entire field. We've only done patches that I missed. I ran out of... but I'm still, even though that is the case, I'm still sure it did a better job than what we've seen on our map right now. So, I'd like to try it on one more field, I think, before I totally burn it. Say no, we're removing it until it gets some updates. It is true, I have started to get a little bit ruthless in that. It's weird though. It is a little bit strange, because I saw Mr. CDP use the, was it the SMB? It was a water thing, and he used it on PlayStation 4 and it worked perfectly well. Now when I use that in Western Wilds continuously, I think it could be what I was saying, which it could well be that sometimes it's a mod clash from one mod to another. It's not necessarily the fact that the mod's terrible, that it could well be that the mod doesn't like another mod. It can be as simple as that. So it could be that whatever I've got in this that is upsetting that, which we've seen, although it doesn't make much sense, because I switched only 2 mods on, and that one was the case and one was that, and it was still misbehaving. So yeah, so that doesn't make any sense. The only 2 mods that were affecting things was the that itself, the map, which you've got to class as a mod, because it is, so I mean, this map did have problems to begin with. That doesn't mean to say every single thing was ironed out. You can't say that. So that's the only 3 mods that were left was Stone Valley itself, and the Forshrit coupling trolley, and the case itself, which we removed. And it was exactly the same with the next tractor, so it's not as simple as, yeah, it really isn't. Right, just clean up to do now on this, so, and then literally I am, yeah, it's been a long session. We'll have a bit of a round up though on what we've done, because I think we've done an awful lot of straw. This is going to do us proud for the silage, it really is. I'm very pleased, very pleased. Done quite a few of these massive trailers. Yeah, I'm well pleased. Tried a few nice camera angles, side views. It's a bit difficult to actually do yourself, and that's why there's a few bits and bobs where I didn't quite get it right, where you've got a little tiny sort of bit, because it is quite difficult to judge from a side angle. But as the old saying goes, practice makes perfect. So yeah, if I do that quite a bit, I'm sure after a little bit of doing that, I shall gain a good way of doing that, as you do. Practice makes perfect. So yeah, this bit here is a case in question. Yeah, this has already been done, but there's too much here for me to leave. But I thought it was worth trying to get a nice camera angle so that the footage was good. Now then, no, I actually managed to get it. Yeah, so just a few little bits and bobs. Will we make, I think we've got, yeah, almost a full forage wagon full. Yeah, one thing I'm going to say, I had a few comments from viewers. One thing I'm just going to say is, sometimes when you say a comment and you leave a comment on, on the Let's Play, I always think of it this way. People can look at the messages and you'll help them by the question that you ask. It really is sort of like a record when someone asks a question and then other people may well have had exactly the same question as yourself. So it is, in my sort of opinion, helpful for us to help each other in so much as to, if you have a good comment, yeah, to sort of think of the other people who may well have thought the same way as yourself. Yeah, it's simple as that. I'm not trying to name and shame, I'm not trying to say anything horrible either, but no, I'm not. I'm truly not. I'm literally saying that many of us have had questions. It's always a good thing to leave your comment on so that other people can see what you do, because the other thing is, it is very brave to make a comment. I know this myself, it really is. It's not the easiest thing. A lot of us, I'm terribly shy, which I know that seems a strange thing to say because you're creating content, but naturally, it's only through training and other things, and not always a content creator, and just in my job at work and all the rest of it, you sort of have to overcome shyness to a degree, professionally. So, yeah, I put myself out there, and it gets easier. Doesn't mean to say you're still not shy, but it is a brave thing to ask a question on when, even if there's only 30 people watching or 3,000, obviously the more the people that watch, the more daunting it is you making a fool of yourself. But if you've got a question and you've got the courage to ask that question, there may well be other people who are watching and reading comments that haven't got the courage that you've got to actually ask that question. It is difficult. There are a lot of people who watch the channel, but there aren't many commenters, because it is, yeah, it's we're all a little bit afraid of making a bit of a fool of ourselves, and you well know me, that I'm certainly no stranger to making a fool of myself. I don't take myself too seriously, and also it gives people a laugh, a bit of comic relief. It is true, definitely. It's all nice tickle. Yeah, right, let's just do this last little bit. It does, so yeah, just think of others. If you've got that courage to ask that question, it really is probably a good thing to do, to actually leave. Wow, this is going down. Now it's at 67 a couple of minutes ago, at 65% now. Wow, damage is going on this. Mind you, I suppose it probably would be true. If something is getting damaged, the more you use it, the more damaged it becomes more quickly. If you start, yeah, it is true actually, I suppose that is quite true. If we repaired this, I think it's the one thing obviously about second-hand equipment in the sales. We all know it does go down a little bit quicker. I can live with that. If it's going to mean that I get something at half the price or third price. I was answering a comment, and I do agree. I've got to be honest, in FS19 I used the second-hand equipment mod so exhaustively. The only thing I did not like about it was the fact that it showed the damages horrible, as if everybody who'd ever had a second-hand piece of equipment had really treated it roughly, and the paint was so badly sort of gone that it made everyone who's got second-hand equipment, I mean, yeah, that's got a few scratches inside, but that's nothing in comparison to the second-hand equipment mod in FS90. But it was still fantastic. It really was quite realistic, because what farmer could truly afford everything brand new, especially a starting farmer like ourselves? I mean, the prices and everything are all sort of as if it's, why am I coming? Oh, well, actually no. Yeah, I was actually trying to come for the well, we out of fuel. We are. Wow. Should we go for 2,000 this time? Yes. Can't remember if we did 2 or of course we did the we need to go off and on again, don't we? Yeah, it's weird when you do something, you've got to switch it on again. Yeah, we did just refill. Well, actually, that does make me wonder, did the harvester, was that filled? Or did it, well, it obviously, yeah, it obviously got rid of everything in there. I wonder if it actually did manage. We did have 476 litres in not long ago, half a metric ton, so that must have used a lot. Wow, smashing. Right, that is grand. So let's go and have a look at how well we've done in total, and then I'm going to literally call it. Yeah, we shall we've done one field of canola, and next we're going to what are we going to do? Barley. We're going to do the big field of barley. We could do. Right, so how much have we got in here? 308 tons of straw. That is amazing. It is. That's going to really help us. That's what I was saying about turning points. This is going to enormously help us, not just because of the silage, but the obviously we can sell some products. Did I stick any in here? I know I did stick something in here. Potatoes, 121 tons. We need to put some potatoes in here. Yeah, we have. We've got that missing. Barley, we've got 12 tons. That does go down. Don't have to do some good things for flour here. 41 tons of oats. So it's way, way low. Wow, nearly 9 tons of pig food. That's amazing. Right, this does not... Yeah, I mean, this did not like this at 18 tons of water. It was crawling. It really was. Yeah, so we're going to give that another shot, because it's going to be a clean session next time. So, yes. Right, so we did that. Yeah, shall we grab... Yeah, we shall. Let's grab that. Yeah, I'm going to grab some potatoes. We do need to stick some in. We're out. That's part of our business model isn't sort of taking effect. So let's get that sorted. Yes, I would like to do the potatoes in the bigger section. Be interesting to compare the bonus, the massive bonus you get on this smaller side of the field, with the obviously much less bonus but bigger field on that other side, which is what we're going to do with the taters this coming time. So right, so we'll stick this in here. How much? Yeah, I don't think we've got much to sell. We might just keep this in here. Actually, does the Montana, does this produce seeds from, or is it just seeds from wheat and is it around this side? You have to stand a little bit out. It's not quite where it's not right by the door. It's sort of a little bit further out. Is it this side? Ah, it is. It's this side. That's it. Right. Making seeds is what I'm interested in. Ah, it's just corn, barley and wheat. So we could make some seeds. Yeah, we could. Digestate to liquid fertilizer. Wow, 10 to 1. That is a little bit horrible. God and Bennett. That is nasty. That is a nasty recipe. Whew. Now then, let's just have a look at the fuel in this. Oh, it did actually manage to fill it. That's a bit weird. It filled it completely. I wonder if that's done something, because it shouldn't surely have exactly emptied. Oh, I suppose it could do. You never know, could you? Right, potatoes. Oh, we're not actually, yeah, not getting the filling yet. Let's do this. This is the last job. That's not a lot. So we have got a nice little amount, it is a little amount, of pig food building up. So, right, it's only 13 tons. Right, yeah, we'll do one full load. Well, we also, the other thing we do need to do as well is, oh, that is a point. I was saying about not trying to trample all over the field when it's in first growth stage, because I think it's a little unrealistic. Well, if that's the case, what I ought to do is lime this field. It has been fertilised after a fashion, but it certainly still needs liming. So tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to leave a message to me next time by sticking that onto this field with a thing full of lime. That is what I am going to do. As soon as we can afford it as well, I'd like to stick. In some ways, I am wondering about this. Because we're trying to do it for aesthetics, do we charge ourselves for putting things in trees at the back to hide the back of the map, when all we're trying to do is make it aesthetically pleasing? It seems to me as just something to make it look a little bit nicer, so that you're not seeing trees growing nowhere like you can do. It is, yeah, it would be nice, I think, even to actually put bushes or something just to hide that, because it's only the low level stuff. Otherwise it just looks like a load of trees. But I think, truthfully, it's not a bad thing. And I'm not sure, yeah, I do seriously think, is it something that we should be paying for? Or is it one of those things we sort of like think, well, yeah, I'm just trying to, yeah, I don't really want you seeing that. It's a little bit, I mean, we're aiming for realism, but I think, please, yeah, I'd like your opinion on that, whether it's too much of a stretch. I don't mind if you guys and gals say, no, you should pay for it. Then, do you know something? I will. But if you say, well, it's only for aesthetics, so let's go for it and let's take the money out, spend it, and then put the money back, which is what I think personally is fair. A little bit like the telehandler down at the shop. I don't want to take liberties because it can get out of hand. I know that myself. Now, lime. I think we've got a little bit of lime, but did we use it all? We may have done. No, we were, well, if you call 176 litres, it is a tad small. I should have moved slightly, because then it does that. You start to say the filling thing, don't you? 3. What I am going to do, I think, is just off camera in a minute. It's the last job I'm going to... Oh, no, that's okay. It's forgetting. That's the way I like to go a little further away, because it does get a bit confusing. Yeah, if I point this on that field, I think future me is going to get the message that I need to lime that field. It should as well not be terrible. It should actually... I know it needs rolling. We'll have to forgo that because I haven't got the rolling thing, but I will grab one. And anything else? Yeah, just nitrogen is perfect. Let's just see, has that improved? Is it just something, or I don't think it will have done. No, it's got very strange lines. Yeah, very strange lines. Right, okay. Right, that is it. I'm going to make 2 or 3 24-metre things on all of these fields. Just stop that. Just roll it, done off. Yeah, that's another thing that's, yeah, you just touch it and it's almost like it's got no brakes. That will roll and roll. The friction of the stalks has stopped it, but yeah, I've known that to roll right over there, so you've got to be very careful with it. Right, anyway, yes, thank you very much for watching. Please, yes, leave me any comments, yeah, truthfully, and I will gladly try to answer your questions, and if we need anything reviewing or looking at. Yeah, I've enjoyed some of that, the coupling trolley. It went on for a little bit long, but then there were more questions than answers, so until you get the answers you've got to keep asking questions, so it takes as long as it takes sometimes. But yeah, I am a bit mindful that I would imagine that Chad was rolling his eyes at how long I waffled on about the coupling trolley, and I've got to be honest, in Chad's defence, that I probably would have been with him on that as well myself. I've got to be honest, it was and this is not me in any way, shape or form. Having Milk That Hen was an absolute stalwart throughout this entire thing of helping and assisting and making videos, so I'm not in any way, shape or form trying to throw that back in Milk That Hen's face, because I'm not. What I'm saying is it did seem to go on a little bit long, and that's, yeah, again, it is a funny pieces of equipment. Well, no, it's pieces, I suppose. It's a funny piece of equipment, and it did leave a lot of questions, and still to this day there are still more questions with the nitrogen level and, yeah, all sorts. Because if you look at that field, other than those little patches, you can see the dark of where it's been nitrogen. So to me, it's more like, if I was to take a stab at it, I'd say it was the map and not the thing. I mean, these patches we've seen, but there's no full lengths missing. That's dark is the fertilised bit. So how come on the map it reads like there's massive lines when it doesn't say that there are massive lines? Strange, very strange. Anyway, yes, I am going to yeah, please don't take that I was having a go. I really wasn't. I'm just saying that I do apologise. It did go on a little longer than I would have liked it to. Perhaps, no, I don't think I could have trimmed it, because it was always in the middle of other things, and I suppose that's the beauty of a true mod review, really, is because you can trim it and just show exactly what you want. But to be honest, even to this day, we haven't got all of the answers to the questions, so it is one of those things that I'm just putting a question mark by, and I'm just not prepared to spend any extra length of time. I'm going to use it. I'm not sure it is the coupling trolley, because we've used it before and we haven't had these lines. So is it the map? Is it the something, or is it another mod that we've got on that is clashing with it? It could be anything. It truly could. And there's too much for us to switch on and off. There really is, because I've not got a hunch on what's causing it. So anyway, yes, I am going to say thank you very much for watching. And yes, please leave any comments and I'll do our best, or the channel will. It's not all about me. I've got to be honest. Yeah, this is something I was thinking of earlier today. You people have brought me more experience in this game and given me more answers than I've given you, I would say. I would truly say that, yeah, the friends of the channel, subscribers, viewers, even passers-by, have enriched myself in the things that you've passed on to me, and I do thank you for that. Truly, it's a pleasure working with you. It is. And on that note, I am going to say goodbye for now.